Welcome back to the show, everybody. Check it out. XRP cracks 40 cents. And then we have this. Ripple introduces a new product to on-demand liquidity called Wallet Send. I believe this and the line of credit program in it of itself, I'm going to show you evidence today, I believe proves XRP is money. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow me on TikTok. You can follow me on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook at the top of the screen. Right now, $1.099 trillion for the market cap for crypto. This is Coin Paprika. You guys can download that, make your own favorite list like I do. We'll look at that right here really quickly here. Oh, I'm not signed yet. I'll show you that tomorrow morning. We'll do that. I want to focus. We got a lot to go over today, a lot to see. I think you're going to see evidence today that Ripple has positioned their offer to prove to the court and everyone else watching that XRP in fact is money, not a security. Right now, Bitcoin is 23,700 plus, and we see Ethereum 1,700 plus, and XRP now at the number 6 spot is coming in at 38 cents, 39 cents on Fiat Link, and we're 7.29% on the 7-day up. Ladies and gentlemen, we cracked 41 cents here. Look at that. How about that one? Yeah. 38 cents on the bottom, 41 cents on the top. We'll keep an eye on it, ladies and gentlemen, very quickly. Masterworks. Let me show you a feature of this because there are no minimums to participate. 450,000 customers can't be wrong. If you invested $45,000, you'd have made $60,000 on the last round of paintings sold. And right here, you could do asset class comparison to the S&P. You can see this artist right here is outperforming the S&P. Or you could compare it to the U.S. corporate bond market and see that. And you could go through and do this with different selections here from gold, housing, S&P 500, and compare the similar artists' work to those gains from those different investment opportunities. That is really remarkable. And as you can see, there is a great amount of opportunity, $20 a share to get into Masterworks. I absolutely love the ability to do this, the link underneath the video. Take a look at this very quickly here. Institutional investor called it on the short-term target here, said, told you, there it is. July 9th, they called it. XRP 40 cents, hit 41 cents last night. Shout out to you, institutional investor. We love it. Very quickly, let's move through this because we all know about ETHgate. We all know about, and listen, don't let them redefine it. It is ETHgate, right? And there is improprieties inside the SEC, and there is certainly an advantage that was given to Ethereum network, EEA, Consensus, and they all turned it into an assembly line to launch billions of dollars worth of projects off of the Ethereum network. Hashtag ETHgate. And yes, the SEC does appear to be involved at the time. Some aren't happy with my Crypto Law US video library laying out the timelines of video participants, proving everything I tweet. That's exactly right. Shout out to all the XRP sleuths, including Digital Asset Investor, myself, and everyone else involved here. And this is what I want to show you very quickly here because let's make something crystal clear, John Deaton says, about the Hinman speech and the ethics issues surrounding it. This is tagging Warren Davidson, enforcement director of the SEC, and Gerber Graywall here, right? Which have done nothing. Warren asked Gerwall in the actual hearing, what was it, last week or the week before, that if Hinman submitted the speech to ethics, and he responded that he couldn't answer the question because of ongoing litigation in the Ripple XRP case. However, as amicus counsel, he's very familiar with the ongoing litigation in the case. What's being litigated regarding the speech is the 58 draft emails, along with people's comments attached to those emails, must be turned over to Ripple. With drafts, comments, emails are privileged. Whether Hinman had the speech screened by the ethics office, however, is not being litigated, and he should have answered the question. Now, the real thing that really tears me up here is you have Joseph Grunfest, who goes through this comment and explains why in the world was the facts behind the derived decision to give Bitcoin and Ethereum a pass not revealed. Listen very quickly here.
Division Director Hinman's analysis depends upon his understanding of the state of facts regarding Bitcoin and Ether as of June 2018. What was his understanding of the state of facts? We don't know. Nothing in the speech has the division director explain what it is about Bitcoin or Ether that leads him to the conclusion that it's sufficiently decentralized.
That's the problem. And this is the former SEC commissioner saying this, not a YouTuber or podcaster. That's a problem. And when you have enough people that could fill up this stadium, back in 1985 Queen Live Aid here concert, there's enough XRP holders to fill up this stadium. This is all of us. Imagine that. What a reference. And the SEC is ignoring us. It is the creed of that agency to protect us, and all they have done is harm and ignore us. How about that one? Let's move on real quickly here, because this is going to set the stage for the new product offering inside of the line of credit program, which is relatively new as well. This sets the stage. 8 years ago, Rosie Rios, a Ripple board member, 43rd treasurer of the U.S. Treasury, lays it down 8 years ago about what she was working on at that time. Take a quick listen here.
Gen $100 note is the last denomination of that particular family of notes. We're working on the future generation of currency. So that is my other job, is I'm the chair of the Advanced Counterfeit Deterrence Steering Committee. So as the chair, I oversee the collaborative effort of designing future currency and all the security features that are incorporated into that. And that all goes to the Secretary of the Treasury for final decision. So I'm very proud again to be part of that process.
And we're proud that she's also a Ripple board member. And knowing that one of her key strengths and what she was working on while at the Treasury and on these special committees, designing new money, you have to ask yourself, isn't it a perfect fit that she's at Ripple as a board member? Because XRP is, in fact, new money. Then there's the accelerated shift to instant payments across Europe. Very quickly here, the European Commission has recognized crypto's natural place in this instant payments landscape, initiating a proposal for a sandbox environment for crypto-enabled payments within the EU. Regulators plan to leverage this sandbox to study the impact on market integrity and financial stability, and to apply those learnings to future legislation. In addition, the region is taking tangible steps toward greater interoperability through the combination of institutional support for crypto solution by providing clear, consistent regulatory guidance and standards. In the UK, the Bank of England, been a long-term partner of Ripple for years now, is renewing its real-time gross settlement system service to deliver a range of new features and capabilities for payments and settlement between financial institutions. The UK payments architecture NPA for retail payments is also being developed to enable access to single clearing and settlement mechanism using ISO 20022 messaging to enable more participants to utilize UK payments infrastructure and continue to be interoperable with payment service across the globe. Now, down here at the bottom, I wanted to take you to this part, which I found compelling for what we're about to watch. And obviously, don't forget about the Digital Pound Foundation, Digital Euro Foundation or Association. Emerging tools from non-bank providers may also play a larger role in daily financial activities. For example, a digital wallet for online purchases, buy now, pay later, crypto-enabled solutions that can reduce friction in the enterprise payments ecosystem. How about that? Well, that brings us to this. And this is a little video I've put together here, and I say I'm 12 years short of law degree, but Ripple on-demand liquidity, line of credit, plus new feature wallet send proves the structure of this offering under the Reves test. XRP is money, not a security. when something is a note, ladies and gentlemen. And I want you to take and watch this as you're going to hear Ripple explain in the European webinar, swell webinar here, exactly how the new feature works. And think about this. And then I'm going to give you, this lady from Lawcast is going to explain to you the family resemblance requirements that you can use to determine when something is actually not a security, but a note like money. Take a listen.
Again, I'm going to be presenting something that I presented at the last swell, which is a new product offering called Line of Credit, which we believe really just adds to liquidity management in the payment space. Into it and how does it work? And so effectively in our fiat rails, which we're calling on-demand liquidity, senders would actually fund locally in their local currency. As you can see, they're funding in US dollars. We're using XRP, the digital asset, to create instantaneous settlement of that or conversion of that local fiat into destination fiat. And so I'm just going to skip to the next slide so it stops moving on me. But ultimately, that conversion from USD to, say, Filipino peso happens instantaneously through the use of the digital asset XRP. It's sent over to a receiver like our strategic partners like NEOM, who you heard from today. And ultimately, NEOM and our receivers then disperse that out to the end beneficiaries. So the reason why this, one of the comments or kind of enhancements or requests that we heard was, hey, we don't like pre-funding anywhere. And so a place that we made a change is what we're calling wallet send. This is how wallet send works. And so effectively what we're doing here is we're unlocking that pre-funded origin funding. And so the way in which we're able to do that is that we're using digital wallets. And so effectively Ripple will fund the wallets of our senders. And we'll basically place XRP in those wallets until you're ready to use it. You don't own the XRP until you use it. So that's a really important thing to call out, because as we fund those wallets, Ripple still effectively owns the XRP in that wallet, which means that there's no volatility. You're not subject to the volatility in XRP. The only time that XRP is used is when a transaction moves over the network. So step one on wallet send is that Ripple funds that wallet with XRP. When you're ready to actually make a payment over the network, we basically take the XRP out of that wallet and we send it to a receiver exchange. That exchange then exchanges that XRP into local fiat, and that local fiat is delivered to our receiving partners. And once that actually occurs, then it's sent out to the beneficiaries. Reason why this is important, again, is because you don't have any pre-funding mechanism on the front end. You don't have any pre-funding mechanism on the back end. And ultimately, what we do is we'll invoice you at a few days later for the sale of that XRP. And so that XRP is done on a spot rate basis. And so in real time, as you're actually about to initiate the payment, we'll give you a quote for what that USD or EUR or whatever your home currency is, conversion into XRP, and then we'll move that over the XRP ledger, make that conversion into destination fiat scale. I wanted to move on to the new product offering that we released last swell. That's come a long way, and we've made a lot of additions to it. This is what we're calling line of credit. 2% annualized is low. Rates as low as 2% is pretty competitive and pretty compelling, I think, to any business. And then lastly, it's one central relationship. So you don't necessarily need to have a credit relationship with every partner or every corridor that you're moving into. You don't have to have credit relationships in different currencies. We're basically opening up a credit relationship in with anywhere that you use ODL or anywhere that you make payments over the ODL rails.
The U.S.
Now, as you listen to this lady break down the family resemblance test for the Reves test to determine when something is a note, whether it's a security or not, a money or a security, listen very carefully and remember what the man said from Ripple here, explaining line of credit. These customers with the new wallet send feature, they don't hold it for profit. They don't hold it at all. They just borrow it.
Supreme Court in Reves versus Ernst & Young adopted the family resemblance test to determine whether a note is a security. Under the family resemblance test, one must start with the presumption that a note is a security, which presumption is rebutted if the note bears a resemblance to one of the enumerated categories on a judicially developed list of exceptions.
Here we go.
The following is a list of notes that have been determined to fall outside the definition of a security. A note delivered in consumer financing. A note secured by a mortgage on a home. A short-term note secured by a lien on a small business or some of its assets.
Boom.
A note evidencing a character loan in a bank to a bank customer. A short-term note secured by an assignment of accounts receivable, a note which simply formalizes an open account debt incurred in the ordinary course of business, a note which simply formalizes an open account debt incurred in the ordinary course of business, such as a trade payable for office supplies, and a note evidencing loans by commercial banks for current operations. The family resemblance analysis requires a consideration of the motivation of the seller and buyer, i.e. is the seller looking for investment and is the buyer looking for a profit? 2, the plan of distribution of the note, i.e. is it being marketed as an investment, such as in a private offering? 3, the expectation of the creditor investor, i.e. do they intend the investment to be a security? And 4, the presence of an alternative regulation, such as the banking laws for bank loans. Also, even if a note fits within one of the categories, if the note is a convertible note such that it can convert into a clear security, such as common stock, it would become a security, as the creditor would then be making an investment decision to exchange their debt for a security.
And again, here we are right here, and I remind you of this as we roll out on this day. I believe the SEC has been arguing that the previous early days of Ripple and all of us retail investors that have been buying it, the SEC, not me, the SEC has been trying to make the argument that we're in this for profit. And I know that I am, and I know that a lot of other people have use cases for it. And I certainly use case for it because I use it as money when I send it from one exchange to another because it's fastest, secure. I can count on it getting there, and then I can convert and get other altcoins. So I use it for money as well. An exchange, a medium of exchange. But the SEC argues, I believe, the previous early days to try to get retail out of this thing. Maybe we get grandfathered in, I don't know. Maybe none of this matters. But I also believe with what Ripple is doing, Ripple is not only offering a new product and a solution that really solves a huge pain point for the world, but I believe they also make a great argument as to why XRP is in fact money and not a security. That's going to do it for me. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe, leave a comment below. I'll catch all of you on the next one.